Stewart A. Swerdlow.
And Janet Swerdlow.
And this is the Expansions News Podcast for the middle of February 2015.
It looks like February outside today.
It's blizzardy out there.
Brutal out
there.
there.
Very cold and snowy and blowy. And those poor people that celebrate the blood ritual of Valentine's Day have to go out in this.
Mm-hmm. Is that you? You were out in it.
Well, that's because you made me shovel the driveway.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you to do all the light bulbs.
Well, I had to do light bulbs because they were out, and I
you
didn't want you to be scared at night.
I
when
see.
They don't go
And then
on.
all the blizzard and
So
everything.
I had to climb up on a ladder and 40-mile-an-hour winds, blizzard, snow blowing my face, just so that you would have lights.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I had no gloves because my little fingers got cold.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're still okay.
Yeah, am I really okay? I mean, am I okay?
No, okay as you can be.
Seriously?
As you can be. Is that serious A or serious B?
Both. A C.
C.
All the above. Now, I don't have a lot today, people.
That's what you say every week.
No, but I really don't.
I had so much last week.
Okay, back
I
to
just
me. Okay,
reminded
I'm
you.
talking. And also, I probably won't see you for about a month. Yeah.
I'm crying.
Try not to cry
I'm
too
crying.
much. Yeah, but I'm sure Janet will come up with some kind of trick while I'm gone to making believe I'm here and all that kind. But I'm not here till the middle of March. Yeah. Anyway, some news this week, which I found very fascinating, because this week, this middle of February, we had a lot of things coincide. We had Friday the 13th. We had Valentine's Day. President's Day is coming up. Chinese New Year, Ash Wednesday, all this week.
Wow.
So major ritual. And so what happened? We also have seen in the media very interesting events, all within a matter of days. For example, we all know by now of NBC's Brian Williams, who was suspended for 6 months without pay for lying or embellishing his Iraq helicopter story. Like, who cares?
Well, besides that,
because news people don't lie, right?
he wouldn't have reported that unless they told him to.
Exactly. He only did what they told him to
Right,
do.
and then they set him up for whatever.
And seriously, like, these news people don't lie. Come on, they should all be taken off the air then. Then we had, next day, Jon Stewart, the comedian on Comedy Central, announced that he was going to leave after 15, 16 years.
Really? I didn't hear that one.
Yes, and it's possible his contract wasn't renewed. I'm going to get to all this in a minute. Then, next day, a man in NBC, a reporter, Ned Colt, 56 years old, dropped dead of a stroke. Then, the next day, CBS 60 Minutes reporter Bob Simon, who was 73, was killed in a car crash.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I want you to look at these ages. I'm going to get to them. And then yesterday, New York Times columnist David Carr dropped dead at 58 in the office. Just dropped dead. But look at the ages. Ned Colt, 56, that's an 11. Bob Simon, 73, 10, both double new beginnings. David Carr, 58, 13, that's a 13. These are Illuminati ritual stuff, okay?
Now this comes right on the heels of Bruce Jenner's car accident, which last week you said was a ritual for
and of course he's
Valentine's Day.
becoming a woman.
Right, so we have all kinds of things going on that are very strange.
Yeah, I'm going to become a woman, a bearded lady. Then I can work in the circus.
Well, maybe you can finally make some money.
Yeah, I'll let everybody touch my beard and other parts.
Yeah, and we're going to have them write something in your beard.
You know what? Like
I'm
Janet.
not going to say that. There you
It's
go.
Janet. Anyway, what's going on here? Why? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that so far bit the dust.
It's like when all those bankers were going, remember?
Well, so what does this mean? All in the news media, all big names. Why? That tells me something really important is about to be staged in the news world, some kind of event in the world, and these people must know what's going on behind the scenes, and they needed to shut them up. And isn't it interesting, just today, there was a story about Bob Simon who died in that car crash, and the quote on Fox News was, he was a throwback to a better era.
So, very odd.
Yeah, so throwback to a better means that he knew what it used to be like, and it isn't now. So they probably had to get rid of him.
It was like Connie Chung, they got rid of her.
What happened to her?
Pierre
She
Salinger.
vanished off the face of the earth.
People who are very prominent, they got rid of just before things happened.
And so I thought, what could be coming up really soon that they had to get rid of people that might know about it? Well, here we go. Because then it was reported that Obama's former advisor, John Podesta, did an interview and he said his biggest regret was not revealing UFO information to the U.S. public.
Really? That was publicly said?
On the news. And he said because he thinks they're ready to accept it.
The public.
Yeah. So what does this mean? They're hiding something. He knew it, and he wants to tell people about it.
Well, supposedly that was one of the reasons why he got rid of JFK too.
Well, he wanted to expose, and so
That's
did
what they say.
Marilyn Monroe say she was going to expose it, and where were they now?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So back to you.
Back to me. All right. Well, I have a few stories.
Figures, and tell me they're about poop and other terrible things.
Well, yes, all the above, to quote you.
All right.
But I want to start off with, the first is interesting about physics, because I know you love the subject of physics.
I do.
You do. Do you know which country is angling for a place at the top of the list of physics superstars?
North Korea.
No, try again.
The Vatican.
India.
Oh, that is very interesting.
India is trying to cement its position as a physics superpower
Ooh.
by investing in a string of mega projects. And in fact, the Indian government just last week approved a $235 million budget to construct a giant underground observatory to study neutrons, which are subatomic particles that could yield answers to crucial questions.
Are they going to put hot spice in it?
Apparently, India already collaborates with CERN and the
That's
European
disappointing.
Organization for Nuclear Research.
I'm very disappointed in India.
Isn't that interesting?
I shall not have it. Now you
They're
stop that, India.
Probably going to all be connected underground at this point. That's my feeling. All right, so that's my most newsworthy thing.
That's
now,
it?
Get ready for the rest of
my
it. Did you read about mealworm tofu?
Why would I read about that nor consider it?
Apparently, they're going to call it seafood. C is for crickets, because the first generation of the tofu was made from crickets, but they said that wasn't tasty. So they changed it to mealworm, but they still kept the C for cricket.
I have another word for it, but I can't say it on,
That's
on the video.
And then foo, which means curd.
Yeah, I think it means something more than that. Turd, maybe, not curd.
This was apparently produced by Lee Kadesky, a graduate student at Cornell University's Department of Food and Science.
Right, he should fail.
Well, apparently he did not fail, and he said that apparently that they would need an area the size of Rhode Island, here in the U.S., devoted to farming mealworms to provide enough food to feed 2 billion people.
I think that's already in Rhode Island, aren't they kind of like
But
that?
the point being is, again, they're planning this for people. Remember what I always say, at some point that they will make people dependent on the government for their food. They're saying that seafood has about the same amount of protein as an egg, and it's full of good fats like omega-3s.
It's called seafood?
Seafood.
Isn't that how Chinese people say seafood?
And
I want some seafood.
Polyunsaturated omega-6s.
See, I'm not politically correct, and I don't care.
Popular Science, the magazine, says that insects emit less planet-warming gases per pound of protein they make. And again, that's all malarkey. We can say malarkey. And Kadesky said that even some vegetarians are open to the idea of eating mealworm protein because they say insects do not feel pain.
How do they know?
Well, listen to this.
Did they interview them?
Well, kind of. There's a Dutch scientist named Hans Smeed who studies, get this, wasp brains. Can you imagine what kind of fellowship grant he must have and how much they're spending to study wasp brains?
He must have very good eyes to see that little tiny brain in there.
They must. Anyway, he's convinced that insects do not feel pain, but other people think they should continue the study. I mean, talk about distractions. This is ridiculous.
Maybe the insect should see if he feels pain and sting him.
Maybe. Now, Kadesky says that insects do not appear to feel pain the way we do, and most people feel less guilty about eating an insect than they do a cow. I think that's because, again, they're playing on people's emotions versus on what people need. So I found that interesting. Now...
A poop story, right?
Kind of. Did you know the new thing in chocolate?
Oh.
It's a chocolate mold. I don't even like to say this on television. You can say this one.
A butthole.
Yes. And not only that, you can actually have it bronzed.
Mine or the...
Anybody's. Apparently there's a guy that does this, and they had a...
Didn't that hurt?
They had a video of it, actually, and this again, I thought was very interesting. I gotta pick up my story.
I'm trying to understand it.
Well, apparently this guy started out by doing his own, a mold.
I see.
But he said that it was very difficult to do, so he had to get a partner to help him. And so then now they make chocolate molds.
So he had a buddy that helped him out.
Yes, he did. So now, because the chocolates are so popular, now you can actually have it done in bronze. So they had what they called an alternate model, which to me is a porno, but now they don't call it pornography, now they call it an alternative model.
A buddy.
And she actually demonstrated the making of that, and then they showed it being made, and then they told how they bronzed it.
You watched this?
I did.
I have to keep tabs on
I watched that.
Oh, what website was that?
On Mainstream. The stuff they have on Mainstream is like you don't have
Butt.com?
Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. It was on Huffington Post. I'll have the link posted. You can go.
It was on
I think it was
Buffington Post.
I think it was, but I won't say that for sure. But there'll be the link will be posted. Anyway, so apparently for Valentine's Day, this is a popular treat.
You know, I was going to get you that.
I'm glad you didn't, because I don't want to eat that. Anyway, and then the other thing I wanted to report on was this 50 Shades of Grey. You know that novel that's been around for a while?
It's on every internet site, every news story.
Well, now apparently they made a movie.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you do know that?
That's
Did you read about it?
Yeah.
What'd you read?
That it's like the biggest movie coming out.
But do you know what it's about?
Yeah, it's about a woman becoming submissive to a man and being used and abused by him.
Yes.
And then it's okay to do that.
Yes, and that's what I have been reporting on for the last few months about this new rape culture that they're putting forward. And
maybe they need to get a Valentine butthole.
Well, they might, but it has to do again with this ritual culture that they're putting forward, the New World Religion. And so, first of all, I never read the book. And now
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't intend to watch the movie, but I think there's so much controversy about this. Of course, people will watch it. But they are imprinting people with a lot of things now, again, like this alternative model that is no longer on the sideline. It's all becoming mainstream, getting them ready for New World Religion. And now listen to this, on the other side, kind of on the other side. But again, there's always something for everybody that brings them to the same place. And now this I had never heard of, maybe you had. Have you heard of this one, the purity ball? Okay, well think about the implications.
I'm trying to understand the butthole story.
Yeah, well think of what they call male parts. Not the purity, it's the... Okay, accordingly, this is now a Christian thing that men are doing with their daughters, where the daughter pledges their virginity to their father and proclaims herself the boyfriend of her father.
You mean the girlfriend of her father?
No. Well, she claims that the father is her boyfriend.
That's incest.
Yes, until she gets married. So she gives her virginity to her father. And it's a whole thing.
People are doing this?
Yes, and they had pictures of like girls kissing their fathers on the lips. And all kinds of things. So this is like the other side of it.
What the heck is... I don't blame the aliens for what they do.
I know.
These people are nuts out there.
And some of the things that I am seeing, I mean, even I don't want to report, it's like, you're kidding, not more and again, more and again. It's just like, you think it can't get any worse, and it does.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all public, and it's all things that people are doing. And so like, and the pictures they have these girls walking in white dresses, dancing and carrying a cross.
Where
and
are their mothers?
They apparently not there with the fathers. They're draping the...
Yeah, because the mothers are at the 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Probably.
That's where they are.
And they're draping, there's these white scarves all over this cross, and the girls are bowing before the cross and doing all kinds of dances and doing all kinds of things with their father. It is amazing. When I saw this, it's like, where have I been? because I hadn't heard of these. And
That's sick.
It's very sick. And it gets sicker. I mean, just like I said, there's things I don't even want to report. But I feel like I need to make people aware of what's going on out there. It's just disgusting. So, back to something a little bit higher-minded. I wanted to end on a better note.
Thank you.
And that's about, we just finished that webinar on fasting and detoxification, which was very good. And one of the reasons I want to bring this up is because so often, I have fasted for decades. And it was always said that it was a bad thing, it'll ruin your metabolism, blah, blah, blah. I've heard so many bad things about fasting. People fast for all kinds of reasons, including religious reasons, and it's across the board. Everybody fasts for whatever. Some people don't, or they fast without water, which I don't believe in, so I just want to throw that out there. However, there was an article that I found this last week about fasting that said that science is here to demystify some fasting myths. It's like, duh, I don't know this. They say that a person is fasting if they abstain from eating a meal for 8 to 12 hours.
I do that every day.
And so people, when they get up in the morning, breakfast really is from break fast. Okay, a lot of people know that. But it goes on to say that fasting is a completely normal part of being an animal, referring to us, on the planet Earth. Many organisms eat only once a day or less. And then they go on to talk about snakes that can go days. Warm-blooded carnivores like wolves or coyotes hunt daily, and so they liken us to the coyotes, saying that humans are built to be able to fast for a short period. I've never heard this scientifically said before. It says a day or so isn't going to hurt you, and some studies now show that short-term fasts can extend lifespan, boost immunity and mental function, and more. Then,
except if you make your chocolate butthole.
Listen to this one. It says that a study published last month in Cell Stem Cell found that fasting 2 to 4 days at a time can cause a reduction in white blood cells, which is a good thing, because the cells that are killed off are older or damaged ones, and when the body rebounds, it uses stem cells to create brand new healthy ones. So it actually stimulates more stem cell growth. I thought that was interesting.
So you're not going to feed me now because you want to stimulate my stem cells?
On your 3 weeks, you're going to be gone, yeah. Long-term fasting, they say, is another beast, and they talk about that's a little bit more dangerous, which, again, I don't believe that if you do it properly, correctly.
I don't believe in it anyway.
Well, I do believe in fasting.
Not for 30 days.
Well, it depends on who you are and what your goals are. And you have to be very careful. You can make yourself very, very sick. So, but you have to build up to that usually. You just don't start out doing 30 days. But anyway, they also refer to don't listen to your reptilian brain when you go back to eating, which that's the first I've heard that terminology used in this context. But they say ultimately fasting puts stress on the systems of your body, but low-level stress is not going to hurt you, and it might build up the systems, similar to how exercise stress builds up muscles. Fasting is not dangerous or deadly as long as it's done properly and in partnership with a healthy diet and exercise. So I found that very interesting bit of news, considering, as I said, I've done this for decades. I know a lot about it. And I've only, in the mainstream, only heard bad and negative things. And now this is like a whole plethora of positive things coming up. So I thought that was very interesting.
Yes, it is.
All right, so that's what I have to share this week, except for upcoming events.
Right.
So now we're moving forward. Is that
I
how
like
we're doing
it better that way.
Okay, so forward in time. We have our 3-day group fast, which is going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. And we do have under the pay-per-view our fasting and detoxification webinar. So if you missed that and you want to join the group fast, you can still have this last chance to do it. Last time we did this was, I think, a couple of years ago. So anyway, if you want to do it,
you always wait till I go someplace.
Yes, I do, because it's a lot easier.
Fast.
Yes.
Because you're punishing yourself for my not being
No,
here.
I like to have my body rest from your not being here.
Yeah.
I want a total rest.
Because I cause a lot of stress.
Yes, you do. Glad you admit that finally. So, we're going to have that come up.
Who's going to make
first.
the snow walls when I'm not here?
The elves.
There are no elves.
There are.
No, because...
Yeah, I've invited them.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I sent out the personal invitation. They should have them by now.
Oh,
They'll be here by the time you leave.
Where were they this morning when I had a shovel in like minus gazillion degrees?
They didn't get their invitation yet. I just told you. Anyway, so then we have the explanation of the human-animal mind webinar coming up in March. We have that.
You skipped my everything about me.
Oh, I'll tell your stuff.
No, I don't want to. Oh, all right. Well, next week, I'm leaving next week. And I'm going to be making another movie in Prague, Czech Republic, about my book, True World History. I have one opportunity for Academy Award, one after the other.
Now somebody said maybe you want some. Oh, Christopher Garetano, when he did
Yeah,
the interview, he
he
said
was
maybe
here.
there's something better for you than an Academy Award.
What could that be?
He said he wants to make his new category.
Which was? I forgot.
He didn't tell you, but he said that it would be even better.
Really? Like
He
Assassination Award?
No.
No? All right. And then from Prague, I go to Wrocław, Poland.
Wrocław.
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 Oh, for
I'm
God's
getting
sake.
better at it.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I can tell.
Trust me, you're not. Anyway, I'll be going there to do a TV show and seminar and consultations.
I think the consultations are booked. I don't know how.
They're booked up. I was told they're
Seminar
booked.
there, I think there are a few seats left, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
personal consultations I think
They're
are done.
gone.
They're done.
Then I go to Vienna, where I will be doing a seminar also and consultations. Then I have a long trip after that. I have to go to Moscow and Hong Kong and then Taipei. And then Taipei, guess who I'm seeing?
I hope you get pictures.
Princess of Japan.
Are they allowed?
What allowed?
Pictures.
Yeah.
So get some
I
pictures.
won't tell her I'm taking them.
No.
No, I'll say, Princess, look over there. No, she won't know. And then, but she's bringing her personal secretary on this occasion. Yeah,
To take pictures.
and to write every word I say. Yes. Yeah, and then from there I have to stop off in Seoul, and then go back, and then come home.
Are you going to meet Kim Jong-un?
I can't tell you, reveal those secrets.
Those are state secrets?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I did go there, you know what he would say to me?
But?
No. You get out now. You
All
go.
right. So then when you get back, then in April,
Oh,
you
and then
have
in April.
Free Your Mind Conference in
Yeah.
Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Bucks County, say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
Bucks County, Bucks County, Bucks County.
Anyway, if you buy a ticket and you put in the coupon code expansions, you get $20 off online. So be sure if you have nothing to do that weekend,
Yeah.
or you have things moved, clear out your calendar. Go see Stewart in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Go to
at
the Free Your Mind conference online, and you can, or actually, is there a link on our site?
I think there's a link on
Yeah,
it.
so go to my site and go to the link, and you'll get a discount.
Yeah. And then we have our annual spring healing seminar, Addicted to
yes.
Addictions, Get Hooked on Health Instead. So be sure to read about that, because we only do this one once a year, and it's going to be a great one.
Somebody might be addicted to chocolate butts.
They might be,
Could be.
so you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Then, it's too funny for me.
What? I missed something.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we have coming up in the summer, we have our radionics workshop.
Yes.
We're working on getting those dates together.
And getting machines
And getting the machines together. We do have the remote radionics treatments we can do for you, and we have to tell you that's for entertainment purposes only.
Right. Just like I am.
Yeah. That's why I keep you. And then when I've had enough entertainment, I send you on your merry way.
There you go. Sends me across the world.
Yeah. And then in October, we have Hidden Histories and Mysteries.
That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, a culmination of all our research, actually for a couple of years, because we haven't done one of these for a couple of years. We're bringing in Dr. Samir Osmanagic of the Bosnian Pyramids, discoverer. And then we will also be visiting with Mary Sutherland. She'll be making a presentation, paranormal researcher, tour guide, and author from Burlington, Wisconsin. She's got a great website, check her out. And then our big news will be a tour, summer 2016, to Bosnia.
Yeah, but before that is my birthday.
Well, be sure we let them know when it comes closer, but start saving your pennies for your annual birthday giving to Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
It's
accept all
important.
gifts.
Yeah, and the bigger the gift, the better, and the happier he is, and the easier my life
Has to
is.
be very expensive.
Yeah, so it makes my life easier. So please, even if you have to all get together as a group or something.
I don't care, just do something.
Yeah, get him like his Rolls Royce or whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, you'll think of the one about one of those things where you can walk up the stairway to the moon. Remember they're building that ladder to the moon?
I don't want that.
You don't?
No.
It'd be a very expensive gift.
No, because you just want to send me away again.
Well, if I had enough merriment, sometimes it works.
Yeah.
All right.
50 Shades of Janet, that's what it should be about.
Yeah. All right, so do we have any other announcements?
No, that's about it.
Okay, well, that's a lot. Oh, like our Facebook pages, please.
Yeah.
Invite your friends to like our Facebook pages, please.
And miss me while I'm away. You won't see me until middle of March.
You know, it'll be rough. It'll be real rough here, let me tell you.
Yeah, you'll have to shovel by yourself.
Yeah, no, the elves, they'll have their invitations. I know they're coming. I just know it. I'm going to wake up in the morning and the driveway will be clear.
Maybe if you made some little chocolatey buttholes and left it outside there, they would come. All right, I better go.
I'll put you in charge of that.
I better go before I get in more
You
trouble.
take a little chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Just,
I'll call it Elf Butt. Elf Butts by Janet.
no, by Stewart.
We should do a cooking podcast on that.
Yeah.
Janet's chocolate butt, elf butts. They will attract elves. They will be gay elves, but they will be attracted to them. All
Gay
right,
means
so,
happy.
yes.
Right.
And you look like you are. So on that note, everybody, I'll see you in about a month.
And I will see you very, very soon.
So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.